Okay, Michael, so I think we're done with this section, so it's time for you to tell me, what have we learned?
So this was the section on generalizing, generalization, and scaling.
Right,
So we connected that idea with function approximation, which was a section that I did,
right. So we talked about generalization beyond function approximation.
to function approximation,
And
to
beyond.
function approximation and beyond.
Okay, and what kind of generalizations do we do?
So we did temporal abstraction,
Mm-hmm,
and in particular, we talked about temporally extended actions,
mm-hmm. Or,
SMDPs.
well, options
Oh, right.
and SMDPs. And what does SMDP stand for? It reminds
Semi-Markov
you?
decision
That's right,
processes.
just like the truck.
Right, a semi-Markov decision process. So it's
Exactly.
an MDP with 18 wheels.
Yes. So we learned about options and temporal abstraction, which is really cool. And what else?
I want to say that led us to goal abstraction,
It did, as a matter of fact. And in particular, you remember?
mediating between these different goals, competing goals.
We did, and that had a larger name. We talked about modular reinforcement learning.
Oh, right. I should remember that because I was alive when phones were modular. That was like a big deal.
Nobody was alive when phones were modular, Michael. In any case, one of the things that we got out.
I was alive before phones were modular, and I was alive when they switched to being modular.
You're such a hipster. Okay, so we talked about modular RL, or MRL as the cool kids call it, and the word you were searching for before, I think, was arbitration.
Arbitration. It just seems so arbitrary.
That's right. We talked about one other kind of abstraction, you might recall.
State abstraction?
Yes,
Oh, we
state
got some
abstraction.
state abstraction from the temporal abstraction.
That's right. But not only did we get some state abstraction from the temporal abstraction, that is, not having to pay attention to all states for all particular options, it actually turns out that state abstraction is sort of what function approximation is doing.
Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Was there anything else that we learned? I don't think so. Well, we had a name for at least temporal abstraction. We should at least mention that, if nothing else, that this is a form of hierarchical.
And we talked about quintessential search, but I think we actually meant quiescence.
We did. And what does quiescence mean?
Quietness.
Right. And in particular, it means that
In
you are
the search
forced.
thing, it means that you don't have to, there's not all this crazy search and backtracking stuff happening anymore. Things have settled down, and you can just, exactly what the next thing is going to be. So everything is settled.
Right. And once things are settled, then you might as well not count it against your search. It has no more sort of exponential hit on your search. You are forced. We can treat it as almost as if it's a single move, say, or a single action, because once you do this, the next thing has to happen, next thing's happened, next thing has to happen, and you're done.